some point, we all wonder if a better life might be out there, just waiting for us to discover it. But the reality of moving halfway around the world to find it takes a huge leap of faith. And for one UK family, that could mean giving up everything and everyone they love. For almost 10 years, Jane Day has dreamt of moving to Australia.
I just fell in love with it. It was just a lovely, relaxed environment.
But convincing her family to share that dream is no easy matter.
I guess I'm just a bit hesitant about changing from, you know, what we've got here to something that's a bit more of an unknown over there. So.
And after a week to remember...
It doesn't matter how much it was, I wouldn't buy the house. So, I mean, that's a really big difference.
How will the days make the decision of a lifetime?
A bit like when you do a skydive or something. Sometimes, you know, why does anyone jump out of a plane? Because you can and you just want to try it. It's one of those things, really.
More than a quarter of Australia's population was born overseas. For thousands of families arriving every year, it's a chance to make a lifelong dream come true, surrounded by sun, sand and wide open spaces. But many end up becoming ping-pong poms, bouncing down to Australia and rebounding all the way back home again. For the Day family, the week ahead could be the most important of their lives. After experiencing the reality of living in Australia, they'll face a huge decision, whether to stay in the UK or to make the move down under a permanent one. After 12,000 miles and 24 hours in the air, the Days arrive in Melbourne. After such a marathon journey, they're excited to be back in a country they've visited before.
I think it'd be interesting to see how things have changed and, you know, provide us with information to help make your decision.
Also a little bit apprehensive that at the end of it I might not have convinced the family, but we will see.
I don't really want to move, but I think it'd be kind of good to see what it's like though, because then I can see how it really is rather than just what I think it might be.
I have no idea what we're doing.
It looks like jet lag may have already claimed one family member. Fortunately, Dad's doing the navigating to their home for the week, just a short drive from the airport. Back in the UK, the Days live in the town of Harpenden in Hertfordshire. They are Simon, a commercial manager, Jane, a business studies teacher, and their 3 children, Felicity, a 22-year-old student, 14-year-old Harry, and 9-year-old Eleanor. Moving down under has been on Jane's mind ever since she first set foot in Australia almost a decade ago.
Originally we went to Australia 8 years...
2003.
2003, and that was because Simon's sister was out there. But I just fell in love with it. It was just a lovely, relaxed environment, and it's kind of progressed from there.
Jane may be smitten with life down under, but for Simon, emigrating is a far less romantic prospect.
We're extremely well established here. You know, we've got a good circle of friends. The kids are in a good schools. It's very convenient. You know, we're in a nice location. So there's lots of things that's kind of in that mix.
With family also living close by, leaving would be even harder.
But I guess I'm just a bit hesitant about changing from, you know, what we've got here to something that's a bit more of an unknown over there. So.
Text Mummy.
Felicity's also keen on a move when she finishes university, although her studies mean she'll have to sit out this current trip.
See you later, everyone.
Without an ally on board, it's up to Jane to convince Simon that emigrating is worth giving up everything they have at home.
I just think life's for the taking, life's for the living. Don't sit back and wait for it to happen. You have to go out and make things happen.
Keeping Simon happy is important to Jane, but she feels now's the time to decide once and for all where the family's future lies.
This year could be a good year to do it. Felicity is about to finish her degree. Harry's not yet started GCSE. Eleanor's still in primary school. So there is this opportunity, and I don't want to wait another 5 years of other break points to do it.
But with time running out, Simon's not the only member of the family who needs persuading to leave.
We're going to Melbourne, so there.
There.
I don't really want to move because I don't think it's worth giving my friends up just to move to Australia and have potentially maybe the same lifestyle as we do here. And also, I think I'd miss my family over here too. Like my grandma and granddad, I'm really close with them.
When my mum first started talking about it with me, I really wanted to go there. But now I'm feeling like I don't want to, but I don't know if I want to or not. Because I wouldn't mind if we go, and I wouldn't mind if we stayed.
It's a lot to give up, a lovely family home and a close community that the Days are really involved with, particularly for Simon, who's leader of the local scout pack.
Well, I think it's great fun from a personal point of view. It's great fun, and it's also great for the kids too. We go outside whenever we can. It helps you become part of the community, and it's a good way of meeting people who I think have a similar point of view and a similar outlook on things.
But Jane believes Australia can offer the family even more.
We do a lot with the children now when we go out, but to be able to go out and plan it and do more activities outdoors and do it more as a, you know, join the whole family, I think would be great. That's my dream, coming home from work, beautiful sunshine, pick the kids up, go to a barbecue, glass of wine, kids playing on the beach.
After years of wondering what if, Simon's agreed to give Australia a try, but convincing him it's the right move won't be easy.
It's a bit like when you do a skydive or something. Sometimes, you know, why does anyone jump out of a plane? Because you can and you just want to try it.
The Days face the choice of a lifetime. Jane knows the risks of giving up the happy, successful lives they've worked so hard to build. But for years she's believed Australia could offer the family something even better. And with Simon willing to listen, it's now or never for her dream. The Days will be spending their week in Melbourne, Australia's second largest city. It should offer them a good mix of modern living and the chance to enjoy an active outdoor lifestyle. And with plenty of European influences, it's a popular destination with new arrivals looking to start over far from home. They're staying in a 5-bedroom house in the suburb of Toorak, southeast of the city centre on the Yarra River. Its wide leafy streets and smart homes make this Melbourne's most desirable district. But will the Days agree?
It's a bit old-fashioned.
It's very different to our home, isn't it? It's just very more traditional.
The decor may not be to die for, but there's plenty of room for everyone in this house. And with the beach close by, it's a perfect fit for Harry's image of Aussie living.
My idea of Australia would be about kind of like beaches and everything, because we've only been here for holidays, so I haven't really seen it on a living point of view, so I only really see it as a kind of like a holiday place.
I was 4, I think, when I last came here, so I can't really remember it at all. And I thought it would be a lot warmer than this.
Changing Melbourne's weather might be a bit of a challenge, but so is persuading Simon to emigrate.
And I kind of think, you know, in order to make a change like this, of this proportion, you've got to have a fairly compelling reason for kind of doing it, rather than it just being a kind of nice idea. So you know, hopefully this week we may end up with that compelling reason.
Back in the UK, the Days bought their family home at the bottom of the market and have watched their investment grow and grow over the years. It's in a highly desirable area close to London, and Simon and Jane have worked hard to turn it into their dream home.
So ideally, in the move to Australia, I'd like to achieve something equivalent. You know, it doesn't have to be phenomenally better, but I'd like to at least not be stepping back. Yeah, the dream is the swimming pool. I'm not convinced that we'd get a swimming pool to start with, but, you know, that's the dream.
I think it's a community thing, as long as there's, you know, community bits there. I think, you know, you do want to try and meet people, so you want opportunity to bump into people.
They have a budget of between £800,000 and £1 million, depending on whether they're able to go mortgage-free. Even so, finding something to replace a home and community they love won't be easy. Today, we'll give the Days a taste of Melbourne's property market. We'll show them 3 options based on what they want from their ideal home and what they can afford. After seeing for themselves what's on offer, they'll find out how much each house costs. The first stop of the day is in Wonga Park, a leafy suburb 25 miles south of the city. It's a large open area, but with a traditional village feel, and shops, churches and sports facilities are all within easy reach. Which is just as well, as getting to the house itself requires a bit of a walk.
I think this drive is half the length of our road.
But what a walk, through an acre and a half of gardens, and at the end of it, there's quite a sight.
Can we live here?
Can we live here? We haven't been in the house yet, but
Good stay, Els.
I have to say, it's stunning.
Well, that's a great start, but will indoors be quite as impressive?
With your shoes.
Okay.
Look at that. It is lovely. I mean, this is just lovely. Come on, I can't wait to see the rest. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Go.
I think Jane likes this house, but will the open-plan living areas be to everyone else's taste?
What do you think, kid?
Yeah. Go home, pack our bags, come here.
Come back again. We could just phone Felicity and ask her to pack everything up.
Yeah,
Put it in
now
a
I have to
container.
say, I think Felicity would just love this.
Yeah.
She would, wouldn't she?
If Felicity was here, she might have a fight on her hands for the best bedroom.
Oh, I'm having a bedroom remove here.
Oh, this should be my room.
Oh, is it your room? Perhaps this should be Felicity's room.
I disagree.
You disagree? Well, wait and see.
Fortunately, with 5 of them, there's space for everyone, but I think Jane may have picked her favourite too.
This is every woman's dream, a walk-in wardrobe. But there's not enough space, Simon, for your
I could have that one drawer there, and the drawer, there's a little drawer above it.
little drawer.
With so much room on offer, there's even space for relations to visit.
Your mum and dad would feel really comfortable here,
Yeah.
which is nice because it's important that Harry doesn't miss his grandparents. Oh. And you, Eleanor, sorry, sweetheart.
Oh, Eleanor.
Outside, there's a swimming pool and deck area, but all those uninterrupted views have made Simon think.
Probably prefer to be somewhere that was that you could walk to the old facility, and I think within a reasonable commuting distance of the sea.
This house may have a lot of things going for it, but a beach isn't one of them. However, Jane is well and truly won over.
I wouldn't even imagine owning a house like this. No. I'm still worried that it might be way out of our price.
So has Jane hit the nail on the head? This house was hugely impressive, but is it affordable on the day's budget? To buy it without a mortgage, they have £800,000 to spend.
Well, let's see how much it is. Ready? Oh!
Wow. Is that a lot?
Is that a lot? Well, it is a lot.
It's quite a lot. That's probably about the same as what we are on.
That means we could afford it, Eleanor.
You have to get it.
But it would mean no pocket money probably for a year or 2.
I've still got a swimming pool.
That's fine. So
Which is sorted. Like lots of house for the money, obviously not knowing the area or anything else, but yeah, certainly. Yeah. There's a lot of land and a lot of space and a lot of swimming pool for that.
At nearly £1 million, this house is affordable, but only with a mortgage. Even so, it's got the day's day off to a great start. In fact, everyone seems to be over the rainbow. Their second house is in Wheelers Hill, an older suburb closer to Melbourne centre. All the mod cons of city living are close by, but with 300 acres of parkland on the doorstep, there's also plenty of space and greenery for outdoor lovers like the Days. This grand-looking house is typical of the area, but after such an impressive start, how will it compare?
Think about this. This is very, very different.
It's good, isn't it? You could sing a song as you come down there.
It's a nice study. Yeah.
No, it's a bit like one of those head teacher's office.
Or head teacher's office.
Yeah. Well, I'm very disappointed to have you in my office again,
Eleanor. What is it about Australia where they go for such a traditional old English look? But this is a very nice house, and if you could see what I could see, Eleanor, you'd say it was a very nice house.
The pool is awesome.
Is it awesome?
Once again, there's plenty of space on offer. In fact, the house even comes with its own pub.
Oh my gosh. Oh wow. What do we want then?
Oh, can I have Coke, please? I think that's in the fridge.
So that's what time do you finish, love?
Up a very grand set of stairs, there are 5 bedrooms, but no one's rushing to claim these.
I'm sorry, but I can't go for those sofas.
And things are equally lavish in the lav.
This is too ornate, too, I don't know, too showy.
It's a bit fussy.
I really couldn't see ourselves
marble.
living here.
You couldn't see yourselves living
It's
there?
this bit...
Outside, there are plenty of exotic plants and a unique piece of garden furniture.
As an electrical engineer, that would be quite a good talking point for parties, wouldn't it?
Talking point?
And they have a certain beauty about them, actually, but I wouldn't want one in the back garden, yeah.
This house has plenty of room, but its style hasn't won it any admirers, and the idea of having a pylon in the back of the garden failed to spark any enthusiasm.
Right, let's see how much this one is worth then.
775.
775. I think 775,000 for a large 5-bedroomed house in what appears to be a good area
With a big garden.
is really good value, but I just am worried that that means any other property that's similar to this without the pylon is going to be considerably more. Yeah, I was going to say, it doesn't matter how much it was, so I wouldn't buy the house.
This house would offer the Days the mortgage-free option they were hoping for, but it looks like no amount of money could persuade them to live here. The final stop is even closer to the city centre. It's in Parkdale, a bustling modern suburb with excellent transport links. It has a vibrant community and is only a short drive from the coast. 2 things Simon was keen to find in an Aussie home. The last house is architect designed with 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and heaps of living space. So could the modern open style be more to everyone's taste?
This is what I thought a modern Australian home would be like.
Yeah, me too.
Although
Although,
it may just be this big area, which means it really is open plan living.
Away from the central area, the 4 bedrooms are in a separate wing.
It's a nice bedroom size.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good size. You can get double bed in here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a clever wardrobe idea, isn't it?
That is- I
Quite,
like that.
Deep.
They're very
Lots of
deep.
stuff in there. And
Oh,
that
but
desk hidden
look.
away.
That's nice. And I'm going to sound really picky, but I'm a bit concerned that it's not big enough now.
I think Jane may have forgotten she's supposed to be persuading everyone to move here. Perhaps the main bathroom will get her back on message.
This is nice. Nice modern.
Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed by the lack of gilt, actually, but other than that, it's very nice.
And the master bedroom is also a guilt-free pleasure.
This is a nice bedroom. I'd like this, do you?
Yeah, no, I do, yeah. Yeah.
We have, Eleanor, another beautiful walk-in wardrobe.
With so many stylish features, this house is really impressing. But it is missing something important to the Days.
The only thing this house doesn't give us really is a guest area. When mum's
Oh, you've got
and
4
dad-
bedrooms,
when,
yeah.
No 5th bedroom could be a problem for visiting loved ones. But Simon may have a solution.
Dun 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 dun. Anything can happen in the next half hour.
Dad, you're very funny.
Well, I suppose you can divide this off. If you've got somebody here who is staying.
Despite his worries, Property 3 has definitely made a positive impression on Simon.
Well, it's a great house, I think. I mean, it's always a trade-off between things, really. And I guess if you want to be closer to the sea and transport, you have somewhere that's a little smaller.
Actually,
depending always on how much it is.
It looks as if the Days have found a genuine dream home. But along with its style, space and situation, does this house come with the right price tag?
Let's see how much this one is worth. You ready?
Yep. Mum. Oh.
Wow, 1.2 million. That's a shame.
Wait for a few more years.
I'm not surprised.
No, I'm not, no.
In some respects, because it is the location. I mean, yes, we can afford it, and we can... Well, I'm assuming we can afford it.
Are you, dear?
Yes, I am trying. But would we spend £1.2 million to live in a house like this, next to the sea, in a very good school?
Well, we could do, and it has certain attractions, I think.
But would we?
We'd have to discuss it, I think. Yeah, we could, yeah, certainly. We could.
We could.
If we wish to.
OK.
At £200,000 over budget, buying this house would mean digging very deep for Jane and Simon. But even so, it looks like the subject is at least up for discussion. It's been a very grand day out for the Days. The first house had acres of space indoors and out. But although the price was right, the location and lack of community weren't. The second was also spacious and could have come mortgage-free, but the decor was too dated and the garden provided a shocking surprise. The stylish final property definitely had the wow factor, but that also included its price, and affording it would be a real stretch. So have the Days seen enough in Melbourne to convince them to leave the home they love?
Based on the houses we've seen, we're voting for... Australia!
Yeah, you know.
Great, full house. That's good. I'm pleased about that. And I'm sure Felicity would say Australia too. Yeah.
Australia.
Yay, very good. We have seen some really wonderful houses, and I think even you appreciate it.
Even I was more impressed than I thought I would be.
Well, actually, I didn't think you wouldn't like the houses, and I think the big test when it comes to jobs.
Yeah,
it makes a difference. So, yeah.
After seeing some genuine and affordable dream Aussie houses, it's an ideal start for Jane. And a very happy-looking Simon is even better news. If Australia can also offer him the right career opportunities, Jane's hopes will be taking a huge step forward. At home, Simon is a commercial manager in the technology industry. It's a job he loves, with more rewards than just a salary.
I've always had something where there's been some travelling involved, been either going out to customers or seeking out new markets. I think if I had to do something that was sort of, it was a 9 to 5, 5 days a week, 45 weeks a year going to the same place, then I would probably find that somewhat tiresome.
For Simon, work has got to be fulfilling first. Money comes second. His current job is highly specialist, and changing roles is one option that could make the most of his skills in Australia. So today, he's meeting Marion Shern at the University of Melbourne School of Technology. While Simon gets a close-up view of the university's latest research, Jane is job hunting too. She had a long-term career in business and now teaches business studies part-time. She's meeting head teacher Heather Shargle to find out about her prospects.
Well, Heather, I just teach GCSE and A-levels back in the UK, so I'm only teaching from year 10 upwards. So I'd be really interested to see that area within the school.
OK, we'll go into the Year 12 centre.
Yeah.
I hate to think what sort of mess it is.
It's probably like every sixth form.
While Jane carries on the tour, Simon's keen to discover if his skills and experience could help him fit into university life.
I think with your industry background and your business development skills, one of those areas would be in commercialisation. And that means taking the technology that we've developed through our research, looking for investors and taking it to market.
So if there are a role available, do you think somebody like me would be seriously considered that?
Certainly, I think with your background in industry relations and product development, I think it would make you a very attractive candidate.
That's positive news. So are Jane's prospects sounding as good?
Heather, based on my CV and my experience, would you consider employing a teacher with my experience in this school?
We would be very interested in having you join us. The reality is, if you're talking about business, to have people who've worked in outside teaching is a huge advantage, because you have so many practical examples that you can bring into the classroom.
And what about the real business?
salary level, how does that compare to the UK?
Okay, to give you an idea, the current top of our teaching scale is 89,600 Australian dollars, which, having just converted it on today's exchange rate, is about 57,700 pounds.
Considerably more than we get paid in the UK.
And across the city, Simon would like to know if his salary could go up as much.
In a commercialisation role, what sort of salary might one expect?
Would be around 130 to 135,000 plus the superannuation component. So overall a package of around, say, 160 to 165,000.
Right, OK. Oh, that's interesting. That's well over £100,000 for the package.
The salary package is impressive, but would a career in Australia offer Simon the quality of work he loves?
I've always tend to have international aspects to my role. I'd be interesting to know whether coming here there'd be some prospect of that.
Well, if it was a role, in a sense, marketing and developing products for commercial services, I imagine most of that would probably be within Australia or within Victoria.
That's less positive. Travel is important to Simon, and working here could well mean making changes if he were to emigrate. But Jane's had good news on all fronts. So how will they vote on working in Melbourne?
Based on our job experiences in Australia, we are voting for...
Australia! UK. Why the UK?
Yes.
Come on.
Yes. Well, I've got a good job, and it's something I enjoy, and I think it's quite hard then to. Perhaps, you know, it takes a lot of work to find something to match it.
I really think that, you know, once you're involved,
give it a second view.
Well, I do. I think once you get involved in a job in Australia, then I think you could probably enjoy it just as much. But only you can decide that, I know.
Despite the benefits on offer and Jane's best efforts, Simon is reluctant to give up on the career he loves. But with good salaries on offer, life in Melbourne is beginning to look very promising. Getting the right valuation from their UK home could make that big decision a lot simpler. Back in Harpenden, the Days own a 4-bedroom house, which has risen sharply in value since they bought it 11 years ago. They believe it's worth around £1 million. But with Aussie homes looking every bit as expensive, getting a good valuation will be vital to whether the Days can afford this move or not.
Oh, this is nice. Done a lovely job on this room. Nice light colours. Continued the wooden flooring throughout. Really good job.
Why is he going back in the house?
No, look, that's a different person.
They all look very similar, though, estate agents.
Wow, what a great space. Really superb. Again, works tremendously well from a light and airy point of view. And I can imagine most families spending most of their time in this part of the house.
Yes, good little boy's room. Looks like it belongs to a young lad called Harry.
It's the smallest room in the house, but I think compared to modern-day building standards, it's a good-sized kid's room.
Yeah, this is a stunning room. This is very rare within the area to have a master bedroom of this size. In current market conditions, and it is very busy, I'd recommend an asking price of 1.1 million. For a quick sale, a guide price of $1 million should achieve a fast result.
Crikey.
So based on today's market, I value this house at £1 million, although for a prompt sale, you may want to go nearer 975.
Well,
Yeah, pretty good.
it's not bad, is it? I think that extension's paid off. It's certainly brought the value of the house up, which is quite good because when you think of the properties that we've seen here in Australia, then they would be within our reach.
Across, isn't it?
So that's quite promising, isn't it? So from that side, that's a positive for Australia.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
That's one big stumbling block out of the way. But what about the day's cost of living in Melbourne? We've prepared a summary of their expenses so they can compare their finances at home and in Australia. First is the weekly shopping bill.
So what's our
So
total?
I reckon it's about £130 in the UK.
Right.
About 160 here.
Yeah, you're only talking about £30 more, so it's not a massive
No,
difference, is it?
it's about 25%.
Yeah, but that's not frightening.
To keep things simple, Jane and Simon have decided to take a cautious approach to their choice of property.
We're going to work this basis out on the fact that if we move here, we're going to buy a house that would allow us to be mortgage-free, are we?
Yeah, definitely.
OK, yeah, because that's something we want to do.
Yeah.
That might mean no dream house, but without a mortgage to pay, the figures look encouraging.
The cost of living in the UK is 2,985. We reckon here it'll be about 3,020, so more or less the same.
Well, it's only £35 difference.
Quid.
That's not very much.
And with increased salaries a real possibility for Jane and Simon, they could be in for a very pleasant surprise.
If we look at what you're learning in the UK, 14,000 on 2 days a week.
Yeah.
Whereas over here it would be somewhere around 57,000, but full time.
Yeah, that's fine.
Very fine. For me, there's a big difference. So in the UK, 60,000, and over here, over 100,000. So the difference of over 40,000.
I mean, Simon, that's a really big difference.
Even allowing for deductions, it's a real jump in their income. So what's that all-important bottom line?
On an annual basis.
12?
Yeah, it's about 67,000.
67,000, better off.
Yes.
You know, with that sort of difference, Simon, we could look at private education for the children in Australia. We would have such a comfortable lifestyle. To me,
even more comfortable lifestyle.
Yeah, no, well, yeah, I grant you, we have a lovely, but that is an amazing difference. I can't see how we can not do that.
No, it's surprising. But,
It looks as if the days may be about to make their easiest decision of the week. So has the door just swung wide open to a move down under?
Based on the cost of living, we are voting for... Australia! There was no other choice, was there?
There wasn't, no.
There had to be.
Not on those figures.
Yeah, no, had to be. I'm really pleased and surprised at the amount of difference, but yeah, that's fantastic.
All right.
Well done. Thanks.
That's quite a result for the days on paper. It looks like life in Melbourne could offer a big boost to their finances. Even so, they know this move isn't about money. It's about being able to enjoy the kind of family lifestyle that Jane has long dreamt of. And if Australia can offer that, it's another step in the right direction. Messing about on the river is a classic English pastime, but being able to enjoy a taste of home down under might be another big plus for the days.
Small. You're small. Well, that's what we should expect you to be, I think.
I'm a medium, Dad's large, and Mum's a small.
Yeah.
You're just pushing it, you are.
Let's go. Ready to cast off on the great adventure then, Els? Right, see you later. I think that's it. Brilliant. Look at that. Look at that, Harry.
Oh, well enough.
What a natural oars person. I think you could do, Els.
I'm doing it calmly first.
You do it very calmly. Very
That's
calmly
right.
and very well, I think, there.
So, actually, Eleanor, we could take it up. What do you think?
Let's join Oxford or Cambridge.
I don't think so, sir.
With the wind in the willows and the Aussie sun shining down, it's a reminder to Jane of what inspired her dream of emigrating.
We get best of both worlds, don't we? We go to the beach sometimes and here, which is really lovely.
Yeah, something like on different occasions. Well, yes, it isn't quite what I had in mind when you think of Australia, but it's, yeah, it's really beautiful, actually.
I'd much rather spend my weekends with the children doing these things than prizing them away from a games
Yes.
console.
All right. And what better way than to just sit back and relax on the river and be rowed around by your children.
Oh, it's
You row now, Ellie. You row.
Thank you.
And Melbourne's outdoor lifestyle seems to be having a positive effect on the whole family.
If we did move here, I would hope that we could go out on the River Yarra and row and kind of spend a bit more family time together rather than just inside. And I also think Dad is liking it a lot more than he did at home, because I think he's seeing more of what we could do here and the different places we could buy and things like that.
It's like a new life, kind of, not life, but...
Perception.
Yeah, that word. This is like a change to what I thought.
So far, I think Australia is exceeding my expectations. That's, I've been more impressed than I thought perhaps I would have been.
Seeing Simon and the children happy is exactly what Jane hoped for on this trip. And although leaving home may be tough, it doesn't necessarily mean giving up everything the Days love. In fact, scouting is just as popular in Australia with boys and girls. And this afternoon, the Days are joining the first Baden Powell Scout Pack.
Welcome to our group, Baden Powell Park. We're the biggest in Australia. Now, you've joined us on a terrific afternoon because we've got a construction activity going on and we've got some bush cooking as well. Just go over here.
Yeah, sounds great.
Jane and Eleanor get stuck in immediately.
It's a bit like, making bread. Yeah, just like making bread. Do you ever make bread at home? No.
And Simon is in his element.
The sweet smell of eucalyptus from our gum trees.
Yeah, that burns well actually. It's sort of eucalyptus oil in there.
Being in a familiar setting may have helped him turn a corner.
Look at that, you know, bit of charcoal smoke, cooked on an open fire, in the bush, sunshine, Victoria, what more have you got?
He's definitely found his comfort zone.
It's terrific being with like-minded people and seeing that, you know, much the same sort of things go on, and I think we've all seen, you know, what a friendly welcome we've had when we've turned up.
It's really lovely to see Simon finally enjoying himself. This is the real Simon, you know, really happy-go-lucky, and that is the most important thing. And I want to see him like this all the time and hopefully get that pressure away.
It's been an ideal day out for the whole family, but at the end of it, how will they vote on the Aussie lifestyle?
We've had a fantastic day today on the river and with the Scout group here, and based on our lifestyle activity, we are voting for...
UK.
Australia!
Oh, Harry Day.
What? I'm really surprised. Why did you vote UK?
Gasps.
I don't know, it's just I prefer England with like scouts because I know everyone there and friends and things.
So it's about feeling comfortable with your friends?
Yeah, get lots of friends here.
Yeah, but you've enjoyed today, haven't you?
Well, yeah, but still, I just prefer.
Yes, from the activity point of view.
Evidently.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think I expect Australia to be good from an activity point of view, so I had a nice morning this morning and an even better afternoon, I think, so this afternoon's been superb.
Yeah, it was lovely, actually. You really looked like you were enjoying it. I thought you all were, actually. So it was great to see.
Yeah.
Sampling the Melbourne lifestyle was a big success, a home from home for Simon. But Harry's vote was a reminder of one thing Australia can't offer, the family and friends they love. So will seeing messages from them make their final choice any clearer? With messages for everyone, Simon and Jane have decided to watch their DVD together as a family.
Hi guys, I hope you're all having an amazing time. Missing you lots, and I'm jealous I can't be there.
Hi! I hope you're having a great time over there in Australia.
My mum and dad are really different. I think that's why they work so well together. My dad's the practical, keeps everyone's head on their shoulders person, whereas mum's maybe a little bit more fun, a bit more spontaneous. Maybe that's a bad word.
Oh, she's a good girl. I've trained her well. Mum's more fun.
Oh, fun, yeah.
Me and Jane talk to each other a lot. Yes, it does bother me that she would be as far away as she is going to be, but it still has to be what's right for her. And, you know, you're always sisters, that never changes.
Never gonna forget you and Harry. You've been a friend for a great time now, and I'm really gonna come and visit you a lot.
Oh, I hope so, Wills.
Guys, I hope you've had an amazing week. I love you all so much and I'm missing you lots. I just want you to make the right decision for you, and I'll support you whatever you do, and I love you all lots.
Oh, thanks, Felicity.
Just go for it and have a great time and experience all that Australia has to offer you and your family.
And good luck. Bye.
Bye.
Gonna miss you.
Oh, that's very nice,
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Has seeing Felicity on the video made you think any differently about the potential move over here?
No, it doesn't. I'm still convinced. I've got no reason to believe that she would not come out. Yeah. And I think if we were here, all that's going to do is cement that view of hers. The other way around is I don't want her to be here in 2 or 3 years' time
and us
Nice to be
not
over there.
knowing that we could.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's, you know, no, it hasn't changed my mind, sweetheart.
Hearing from friends and family touched everyone, and for the days, their week has come down to one question. Are they ready to give up everything they have at home for the promise of a new life down under? After years of hoping and soul-searching, it's finally time to decide.
The Australian experience has been fantastic. It has helped confirm all of my views that I had over the last 5 years. It's not that my life is wanting in any great way, because it's not, but this just gives you something else to try and enjoy, and that's what life's about.
I was apprehensive about coming here, but I thought actually through the process that the best thing to do was kind of wait and see how the thing formed and then take it all in. Well, I think I've enjoyed it more than I thought I would, actually. So I think from that sort of aspect, it's been yeah, pleasantly surprising, I guess.
Yeah, I can imagine myself living here in Australia, but I would still really, really miss Fliss if she didn't move, or my friends. Even though I know I'd stay in touch with them, it would be nice if I could see them
more often.
Yeah.
You can't really let friends go because they're like
They're important.
Yeah, they're important.
It may have been more than he hoped for, but has the last week been enough to convince not just Simon, but the whole family to start a new life in Australia?
We've had a fantastic week in Australia. Based on our experiences, the country we're going to live in is... Oh, so hang on. We've got 3 Australians and undecided. What made you undecided, Eleanor?
Just I don't want to leave my friends and family behind.
I understand.
If I didn't like things in Australia, I would have gone UK, but...
That makes sense, sweetheart. That's absolutely
well
fine. Harry, gosh, Australia too. I thought perhaps you might go undecided.
Or UK.
Yeah.
Well, it's just the housing was really good, and I liked the lake and the river and what we could do here, but I think I still would miss my friends and family.
Yeah, you would, sweetheart. Yeah, no, that's really
Well,
good.
I think we all would.
Well, Simon, big surprise, Australia.
Yeah, there we go.
So what made you think that we could live in Australia?
Well, it's been a good week, so I think the kids have enjoyed it. I think we found out lots, and I think it's a place where we could be happy or move to.
I do appreciate it's still a really big move, and it will take a lot of support and different things to do. But, you know, it's really good to see that you've looked at the positive side and can see the possibilities. That's great.
After a week to remember, Simon's been won over by life in Melbourne. And although Eleanor may need just a little more time, Jane's many years of hopes could be coming to an end. We wish them a very happy future.